Actor Isaiah Washington is claiming that Ellen Pompeo was paid to stay silent during the filming of Grey's Anatomy, and it allegedly has something to do with Patrick Dempsey being inappropriate. Plus, on top of that, Isaiah is accusing Dempsey of making racially charged comments while on set. I'm your host, Johnny Rogers, and I'm going to tell you everything you need to know right here on IO. But first, we have some very exciting news for you. Our IO Elite channel is almost at 1,000 subscribers, and with your help, we can hit that milestone. So make sure you tap that link in the description below to go see what all the buzz is about. And without any further delay, let's get right into it. Isaiah Washington, who played Dr. Preston Burke on the medical drama show called Grey's Anatomy, was initially let go from the show back in 2007 after a controversial run-in with Patrick Dempsey, where he was accused of using a homophobic slur. Although in a new interview, he spoke more about the, quote, toxic atmosphere on set. Plus, he alleged that he was used as a scapegoat to cover up the behavioral issues of his co-stars. He told Tavis Smiley from KVLA Talk 1580 Radio, "Every single day I was a problem that was being reminded. You're number 4 on the call sheet, you're not the star of this show." He goes on to further explain how he was used as a scapegoat and says, "It was easy. I didn't know that it would stick to me so hard, but I found out why. It was an agenda to cover up for the toxic and bad behavior of many of my former castmates on that show. And on top of that would be Patrick Dempsey." During the time of this controversy in 2007, it was being reported that Washington had used a slur in reference to his co-star TR Knight. However, Isaiah has repeatedly denied these claims. These allegations by Isaiah Washington come after the recently released book titled How to Save a Life: The Inside Story of Grey's Anatomy. In that book, writer Mark Wilding revealed what he witnessed during the explosive fight between Dempsey and Washington. In the book, he says, "It was my episode. I think one of them had been late to set one day, and the other one then decided to pay him back by being late himself. Then it sort of exploded. They got into an arguing match, and then before you know it, they were physically fighting. I was standing there in Video Village. I'm like 6 feet 4 inches. I'm bigger than both of them, but I didn't really jump in right away because I'm like, I don't know if I want to get involved." Isaiah also claimed that Patrick Dempsey made some really racially charged statements to him while on set. Isaiah said that in one conversation he had with Patrick Dempsey, Dempsey said, "Isaiah, do you know that white men are the masters of the universe?" And in response to that, he asked, "Do you really believe that?" To which Dempsey replied, "Absolutely." There were also times where Dempsey allegedly got physical with Isaiah. On one occasion where Patrick was late to filming, instead of apologizing, Washington says that he got in his face and physically hit him 3 times. Now, in addition to all of this controversy, he also claimed that actress Ellen Pompeo, who played Meredith Grey on the show, took $5 million under the table that I have receipts for, he says, adding, "During the height of the metoo era, to not tell the world how toxic and nasty Patrick Dempsey really was." However, he did not name who exactly paid her this money. Initially, before getting the role of Dr. Preston Burke, Washington had auditioned for the role that went to Patrick Dempsey. When speaking about why he didn't get that role, he claimed that Pompeo was the one who made the executive decision to not hire him for it. He apparently was later told by her that she turned him down for that role because she had a black boyfriend at the time and didn't feel comfortable with the plot, which is something that she actually addressed in the past. Back in 2013, she did an interview with the New York Post and said, "Shonda Rhimes, the creator, really wanted to put a black man in the mix. I didn't think they were really going to put an interracial couple on the show, and I didn't want him. It was too close to home." So there is definitely a lot more to this story because we still need to hear how Patrick Dempsey responds to this and how Ellen Pompeo responds to these claims as well. But as always, we would love to hear your thoughts on this, so don't forget to drop us a comment down below. But for now, I've been your host, Johnny Rogers, and until next time, stay classy, YouTube, or at least try.